Okay guys, welcome back to another video. We are here to answer your questions. We put question boxes up on our Instagrams. So basically, we asked you guys questions and some fun would you rathers as well that we're gonna throw in at the end of the video just to kind of add some fun to it. But we're just gonna basically get right into it and start with your questions.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay, so one of the first questions was how to make more friends that are girls. In my opinion, I feel like you just really have to, one, don't act too fake. If like girls know when you're trying to be overly friendly and it's almost like, are they just nice or are they just trying to be too nice? So that's something we were both talking about the other day that we pick up on with girls. Like if they're like over complimenting you, it's very standoffish. Like we both agreed, like when we want to be friends with a girl, we like are so chill towards them. Like we aren't like, oh my god, like you're so pretty. Like to us,
it's
like,
not like overwhelming amount of compliments. It's not like, oh my god, your hair looks so good. Oh my, you know, like, your makeup. It's kind of like, hey, how are you? Like, what's up? Like, where are you from? Like, the same way you would meet any other person. Like, a friendship has to happen naturally. And so by forcing conversation and forcing compliments, it comes across as very fake, in our opinion. Obviously, correct us if you guys think differently, but I don't know.
You have to kind of put yourself out there, but not too much. So don't be overly nice. Honestly.
Just be you. Literally just be you. That's the easiest way.
How did you get into competing? So Hannah has competed before. I have not competed yet. But how did you get into competing?
So when I first started going to the gym and like started following people on Instagram that were in the fitness industry, I generally gravitated towards competitors for no reason at all, but just kind of like, oh my god, these women are beautiful. Like, I can't believe that they look like this. How amazing would it be to look like this or to be on stage? And that's when I started like actually lifting weights after I did like my little experimental stage of what kinds of fitness that I liked. And then I don't know what it was, but something sparked something in me that said I would like to do that someday. But I just didn't know when, until you kind of know, like it's a feeling, like you kind of know when you're ready, mentally, physically. And eventually I was just like, okay, I found a coach and we decided on a show and I picked that show. And then, now it's 2 years later, I did a huge growing phase and I'm now in a much better spot to compete now than I was then. So I don't know, I feel like it's different for everybody. I think for me, it's just like I started seeing girls on Instagram, but not that they influenced me to do it. It was kind of just like, it sparked something in me. Does that make sense? I don't know.
For me, it was, so I want to compete. I have not competed yet, like I said. But basically, I used to dance competitively, so being on stage and having the hair and the makeup and the sparkles and the glamour and like having that trait about bodybuilding really clicked with me because that is what I was used to. And I really like the feminine side of that. So when I first started lifting, I never in a billion years like thought I would be a full-fledged bodybuilder, doing shows, things like that. And then I started meeting people like my friend Meg and Hannah who were in the sport and that I kind of learned from them. And I was like, wait, I can do this. And I had my coach, Nico Medina, he told me, he's like, I think you do have a talent for this sport and I think you have potential that you don't know that you have. So like for me, I want to compete. No, I want to see what potential I do have, how far I can go, and just the overall like the vision of bikini. You're strong, you're confident, but you're
sexy.
also very feminine.
I love that. And same for, like you mentioned dance. I was a gymnast for 11 years, so like kind of competing and like I feel like we just have that competitive nature, and it's like getting into lifting. You don't have to go into competing. People don't need to compete, but I think it's our competitive nature in the most positive way, like plus being more girly girls. It's just like the femininity and like it's just, I look at it and I see confidence and beauty and it's just sexy in my opinion.
It makes me laugh like when we're at the gym and we're trying to like flex super hard and see how like huge our shoulders are, and then we pull out a pair of heels,
Yeah.
and we're like, okay, wait, now we have to go do this little like quick routine that has to be so feminine and elegant and graceful and sassy at the same time. It's such a good mix. What is the most attractive trait in a male? I'm not sure if that's like physically or like.
Okay, let's do physical and like personality. Yeah. So you go first.
Personality, when someone's funny. If you can make me laugh, I don't care. Okay, I care what you look like, but like if you can make me laugh, I will instantly notice you. And then like physically, I think just overall it has to be like good arms, like a good chest. Like this region just has to be well developed. It has to be obvious that you work out to me. Like to me, that physically is attractive.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna name a couple because I can't just pick one for each. But definitely humor, but like subtle confidence, like not cocky confidence, but somebody who like is driven and ambitious and just has that natural confidence. In terms of physically, so obviously somebody who works out, like Nat said, but in terms of like, for me, like something that stands out, and I don't know what this is hands.
Yeah, hands. I noticed the guy's hands.
Yes.
It's so weird, but like it's so true.
Yes, hands, lips, and eyes. But I was like, even Nat knows this, I'm attracted to very like masculine features, like scruff and dark features.
If a guy like has a clean shaved face, I'm like, eh.
Yeah,
there
I
has to
want
be a little bit
something.
of a scrub.
Even like, yeah, they're scruff or just something, like not like a full on like Santa
Someone
beard.
literally asked, do you like mustaches? No.
Not
like,
just a plain
no.
mustache, no.
I also don't want like a full-fledged like grown out. Like it just stubble is good.
I like scruff, but I also don't mind like a smaller beard.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that,
Mm-hmm.
but not like a full Santa beard.
No Santas. Okay, moving on. Would you ever date a fan?
We're not famous.
Fans. Like, oh my god,
We're
that's
not
a fan.
famous.
Like, what?
Like if
You follow
if
us?
somebody follows me and is a supporter, and I meet this person and we hit it off, you know what I mean? Like the conversation's good and I get good vibes and he asks me out, I'm not opposed. Like I'm never gonna say no to anybody, you know what I mean? That I vibe with well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
agree. Like,
We're also not famous
same
either,
thing.
like-
Like, if the guy follows me and knows me because of my Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
sure, like that's not a bad thing. But if you're only trying to talk to me and get with me
Because
of that, like I would be able to also tell. So, how can guys approach a snatched? I love how this question is asked. They put the little sparkles next to the snatched. How can guys approach a snatched girl at the gym? Like if a guy, okay, like
This
what's like a
depends on each
non-creepy
girl.
way?
This
Yeah.
depends on the girl. And get a vibe of what she's wearing, first of all. If she's hat down, like if she's wearing a hat and she has like beats over her head, maybe wait until after she's done lifting,
Yeah.
in my opinion, or in between sets. But that doesn't mean that you should go
I
up to
would
a girl
even
who's
say-
wearing like a girly fit in the middle of her set and just
Just
I don't
because
know.
a girl walks in
Yeah.
wearing like, because we at the gym we're wearing like our little bandeau tops and our
And I'm also wearing
amplifiers.
baggy shit as well.
Yeah,
So it's like,
but just because a girl's wearing that at the gym, please don't think that's like her wanting attention, because it's just
Oh, yeah.
us being confident and like wanting to like want to not be hot in the gym. I just think make it a genuine interaction. Just be like, hey, I noticed you. Like,
I think
do you
look
want to
really
live together sometimes?
good. I think you look really good. Like
yeah,
you seem to be knowing like what you're doing in the gym. Like I think that's like really cool.
yeah.
Whatever. Like kind of I don't know. That's a thing. I always struggle answering this question because I genuinely don't know. Like I don't know how I would want to be approached. I don't know if I would. That's the thing.
I wouldn't want to be approached. Period.
I think when and if I'm going to be approached, it's after I'm done lifting.
Yeah.
Personally, like because when it's in between sets, then it's like a long 10-minute conversation, and it's like, okay, I've kind of lost my groove here.
Okay, how do you balance gym life with everyday life?
Is our life.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, it's hard because like we made fitness our life. We made our goals our life, and like people always ask us like on the live. Someone asks you, "What do you do in your free time?" Or the people asked me on my Q&A last week, like, "What are your hobbies?" And like, these are my hobbies.
And like we'll go out and do like little fun things like top golf or like
bowling
or bowling or like
walks
and go on walks, or like when I'm not on prep and when Nat's not gonna be on prep, like we'll go out to like brunch or food or whatever it is. So it's like it's kind of hard to. I would say I'll relate this to when I was back in school, and I think that's a better way to relate to it. I would schedule my classes around my favorite time to go to the gym.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe that sounds really bad, but that's what I would do. And I'd be like, okay, I have, these 2 classes, and then, okay, gym, and then I have my next 2 classes, and then maybe if it's the weekend, then I go out with my friends.
Yeah.
But it's like, personally, because I'm so passionate about the gym.
And your personal goals.
And my personal goals, it's like, in school, it's not like the gym came first, but they were right there because I knew I needed to work hard, but it's like I want to make the gym a priority. So listen, everybody says it. If you will make the time if you genuinely
for the
want
things
to.
that you want to do.
Yeah.
100%. Like, so I'll kind of relate back to when I was in school too, because there was a time when I was a full-time college student and working a part-time retail job and still
going to the gym.
Me too. Okay, so when it comes to even like nutrition and the gym in general, I had a full-on meal plan that I paid for my private school, and I was like, F the meal plan, I'm going to Trader Joe's, I'm going to the grocery store, and I'm making my food because that's how important my goals were for me. I tried to get out of my meal plan, but I couldn't, and I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna use up my meals, I'll just go and get chicken at the dining hall. But I wasn't gonna like sacrifice my goals just to like hang out with my friends and go get a meal with them. I knew what was important to me and I made that happen. When it comes to the gym, I remember there was a night when all of my friends were like, we're gonna go to this party. And I go, okay. I was at the gym on a Thursday or a Friday night because that was important to me. And I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, if they're still hanging out when I'm done with my workout, I'll meet up with them. But to me, like, I wasn't gonna miss my workout and throw off my schedule and like not make the progress I wanted because like I knew my friends were doing something. Like, you have to let go of that FOMO. You have to let go of like, oh, my friends are doing this. Honestly, if they're your true friends, they're not gonna care what you're doing.
Yeah, I know it's easier said than done, but like even I was working a part-time job as well, and I am not a morning person, but I would take the morning shifts for work so that I could do school as well throughout the day, but also go to the gym at the time that I wanted to.
Yeah.
So it's like I would kind of just take the L and get the morning shifts, or I'd get the last shift and do that.
Yeah.
Just depending on the day. But again, it's planning ahead, and I know it's easier said than done, especially because university, like, yes, you do want to enjoy university and hanging out with friends and being young, but at the same time, it's like, this is all during these 2, 3, 4 years, however long your program is, this is the time for you to establish and figure out who you are, what your passions are, and how you want to approach them, in my opinion.
I agree, yeah. I would take 7 a.m. classes, be done with classes at noon, and then I would come back to my dorm, eat, take a quick nap, and then I would go to the gym for 2 hours, and then I would stay up until midnight studying because I knew what time I preferred working out was like that 3 to 5 time in the afternoon. So you just have to make it work if you want it bad enough. So the next question is breakup advice, how to not let it affect you.
It's gonna affect you.
It's going to.
It's gonna affect you regardless if it was a shitty relationship or an amazing relationship, even if you got over the person before you guys even, like, at one point or another, that person was significant to you, and it's gonna suck. Whether it's for a day or whether it's for a month, a year, it doesn't matter. But like, you have to know and understand, and you kind of go through the stages of grief, because that's what it is. You're grieving the loss of a person in your life.
I think it's a matter of how you you can control how you let it affect you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can go about your day and think about the person, but are you gonna think about them when you're in bed crying about it, or are you gonna think about it when you're still running your errands and going to train and doing your work that you need to do and going to class?
Yeah, like actively,
choosing to not let it make you like depressed, basically.
Yeah, like still go, like, okay, some of the best advice, it was so simple that my mom told me when my high school boyfriend and I broke up. She said, it's okay to be sad and it's okay to cry, but don't be sad for too long, because life goes on.
Yeah.
And something like that, so small, but I remember her saying that and I've never forgotten it. And it's true. Feel the feelings, let yourself be sad, but eventually you're gonna be tired of being sad. Like, you're gonna be sick of feeling like shit. If you wanna cry, cry. If you wanna scream, scream. But once you're done that little sad girl hour session, pick yourself up, go to the gym, go shopping, go to the store, go see friends, go do whatever. But it's okay to be sad, but don't be sad for too long.
Yeah. Okay, and then someone asked, why aren't you affiliated with Inaka anymore? So you probably know Hannah and I were both with Inaka. We both left Inaka for the exact same reason as many other people have as well. It basically was just our morals when it comes to business and professional relationships and how businesses should be run did not align with how we felt we should have been treated. Bottom line.
Yeah, on top of, I think over time, a company changes and an individual changes, or like the athlete changes. And sometimes when you sign with a company, the fit is amazing.
Yeah.
But then over time, it can go in two different directions. It doesn't make that good or bad. It doesn't mean one is going in a bad direction and the other is going in. They could both be going in great directions, but they're not the same.
Yeah.
Like, so, I was presented with a different opportunity, one that aligned with me a lot more at this point in my life, and I think for the foreseeable future. And I decided that it was an opportunity that I just could not pass up. So I decided to part ways. So I'm gonna combine two questions. So is it miserable being on prep / how does prep affect body dysmorphia? So is it miserable being on prep? It's as miserable as you make it.
You chose to do it.
You actively chose. This is your decision. Yes, it's going to get miserable. High cardio, low calories, like you're cold all the time. When you get to a certain body fat percentage.
You're tired and you have to still actively choose to go to the gym even though you want to go to sleep.
Prep brain, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I either will repeat something or I kind of lose track, or I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Nat has definitely seen it. When I get hungry, I pace up and down. I can't, it's a whole thing. But if you love the sport, it's not something that you see as a chore or as miserable. It's a mental and physical challenge that's actually very, very rewarding, and it teaches you so much about yourself. I don't know how else to explain it besides that, and if you've gone through a prep, then you probably understand. When it comes to body dysmorphia, I think when you start working out in general, whether you're a competitor or not, your body dysmorphia naturally gets worse.
You also never think you look good enough.
Because you're so hypercritical on your body, because that's what you're doing, especially in bodybuilding, like this style of fitness. It's like you are, okay, some people are working towards aesthetics. I think Nat is as well. So it's like when you don't see a part of your body that fits the aesthetic that you're working towards, your mind takes over. Now, body dysmorphia comes and goes, When it comes to prep, it can get very, very difficult for the simple fact that you're losing body fat and you see yourself at such a shredded state, and it's almost insane for your own eyes to look in the mirror or look at a photo and say, holy shit, I cannot believe I look like this. I cannot believe I look this insane. But at the same time, you can think, well, fuck, like I've lost all this size that I've worked so hard to get, and it sucks. My clothes don't fit me as well
like your
anymore.
glutes shrink, you're like, oh, like
yes,
you can get kind of insecure too.
You can get insecure. I definitely do. When I lose size, I start to get insecure, and it's honestly starting to happen for me now. And I'm 7 and 8 weeks out. By the time this goes up, I'll be less than that. So it comes and goes, but you know what? It's on the opposite end too. When you're in your off season, you might think, oh, I kind of miss the shreds.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's this whole thing. It's like not just with prep. It's like when you start working out in general, 9 out of 10 people struggle with body dysmorphia more than they do prior. That's like the shortest answer that I could possibly give for a complex question like that.
I was only on prep for like 6 weeks, and then I stopped due to like hormone reasons, and my body changed so much in that 6 weeks. Like I always said, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm like super vascular naturally. Within like 4 weeks, I would do like one set and there were just veins like shooting up my arm. And I was like, okay, like it is, you see these changes, and then when I had to stop prep, I almost got like down bad. I was like, ooh, like I'm not gonna look like this anymore. And that happened to me so quickly. I wasn't like super upset, but it was like, I have to know this is gonna happen.
Yeah. Your body's constantly changing, prep or not. Okay. Would you date a guy on gear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite frankly, it literally doesn't change my life in any way. I don't care at all. I almost kind of like it.
Yeah.
That's, yes.
I never have, but I would. Last question.
Are we single?
Yes.
Yes.
We both are single.
We both are. And I'll speak for myself. I'm finally in a spot months and months later that I'm genuinely happy. It took me a long time to get here. So
Something's in my eye, I gotta go.
wait, really? Sit down, bitch. It's hard on social media. It's so hard because I understand that like when you make a relationship very public, people get invested.
Yeah.
But our private life is not for other people's entertainment. And I would just like to say that it took me a very long time to get to this point mentally after my breakup, and I have no bad blood, absolutely none at all. Friends still, so listen, yes, we're single. Doesn't matter. Again, it goes for everybody. Like our private life is not for your entertainment, respectfully. Like I say that in the most respectful way possible.
Like to add on to that, like honestly, we spoke about this because someone made a comment to me on Instagram that really rubbed me the wrong way. I addressed a question about who I was with on my story, and I said, please stop asking. And some girl messaged me, she said, why are you acting salty that we're asking because you're the one who chose to post your relationship?
Yeah.
And we both talked about that person saying that to me, and we said anybody, whether you have 500 followers or 500,000, you are going to post your personal life and who you're with, who you're sharing your life with on the internet regardless. And that does not mean that you always get the right to know everything. And we kind of feel like because we are so open with you guys think we're really close, and we love that. And like
But
you
very-
know our lives,
Yeah.
but like
boundaries need to
truly-
be set.
Like me posting a picture with the person that I was with does not mean that my relationship is out there, because it wasn't. Like that is so surface level that no one knows the relationship truly.
And that goes for any relationship ever.
Anyone, whether it's one of your friends, your family members, someone that you follow who has 1 million followers, what they're going through is not always your business, and you need to understand that in a respectful way.
Yes.
Okay, so quick fire, would you rather, just to kind of lighten the mood.
No explanations, just
Yep.
okay.
Would you rather live in space or live in the ocean? I want to be a mermaid. I want to live in the ocean.
But the ocean's scary. Yeah. I would want to live like in the Maldives.
Would you rather never bench or squat again?
Bench. I don't bench.
I don't bench either. Okay. Coma for 8 years or prison for 4?
Coma for 8.
Coma for 8 because
sorry,
this thing must not.
No.
No explanation. Never do a hip thrust again. Never do a pull down again. Never do a.
Never do a hip thrust
Hip thrust.
because we can work our glutes in other ways, but pull down is like
We love back day and
Yeah.
shoulder day. Yeah. Would you rather skip the gym for a week or only junk food for a week?
skip the gym for
Skip
a week.
the gym because
I
no,
feel-
I want to explain why, but I can't. Be allergic to salt or sugar? Salt.
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 Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather only eat chicken and rice forever or never be able to compete? So you can compete, but you only have to eat chicken and rice.
I
Entire
think
life.
I would rather never compete because I want to enjoy my life.
I would choose no competing. I don't want to just eat chicken and
Yeah.
rice.
Even though I do love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys so much. It's gonna be
We're gonna go lift, eat, go
Have a-
bowling.
We're gonna go bowling tonight. I'm hyped. Okay.
I'm so excited.
We'll see you in the next one.
Okay.
Bye.
You are my love.